clinical trial is a form of research where we are working with patients to test new treatments, often against the current standard treatment.
We need to have evidence upon which to base our treatment decisions, and it's important that that evidence is collected in a rigorous scientific fashion. So clinical trials are the way in which we get evidence to support the use of new therapies.
My name is Kathleen Adele Parrott. I'm 82 years of age. I was diagnosed with esophageal cancer, and it was level 3 or a little over. Well, first I was sent to a specialist at John Hunter because they thought I could have the operation and have the cancer removed that way. But the specialist thought that I was far too old and I wouldn't recover from it. So then they sent me over here to the Mater.
It shouldn't depend on your postcode where you get access to a clinical trial. And from Tamworth to Taree to Newcastle, we work really hard to be able to give access to people to clinical trials.
We know that we need to be getting more clinical trials to the people that need it, and unfortunately not everyone is located in metropolitan Sydney or Newcastle, and we need to be able to improve that access.
I met Dr. Day and Professor Martin, and they told me about the trial and asked me if I would do it, and I said yes. And they offered me a quality of life, and I thought, well, that's enough. And after that, I just started having the treatment.
We did a local study here looking at can we, minimize the time people have to spend in hospital getting radiotherapy to improve their swallowing. And as add-on to that, we started to say, well, look what happens in these people where we need to actually address other areas of disease. And so this study came out of local practice and a question that we thought needed to be answered. And an idea that can we actually, not overburden patients with treatment morbidity and side effects while still actually, maintaining quality of life and improving people's quality of life.
I was having trouble eating, but it was more the stricture. Something caused, I think, from radiation, some scarring. And when they went in again with the camera, they found that the cancer had gone, and it was the scarring. And Professor Martin came to show me, and he said, it's gone. And I thought at the time, what's gone? And then he showed me, and it was so pleasing.
In many cases, up to half of patients that go into trials, they access these new therapies, some of which may potentially be life-prolonging therapies. And so to have access to trials means you potentially have patients accessing those treatments sooner than otherwise would be available.
The main key to making us so successful with enrollments has been our collaborative approach, not only from the point of view of moving patients to the appropriate clinical trials, be it from private providers to public providers and vice versa, but also kind of looking at our area, and especially the metropolitan area around Newcastle, as one entity, with the understanding that we don't want to open up competing trials across multiple units, because that will affect our ability to actually recruit to these studies.
I think we have very dedicated and smart people working in cancer clinical trials, including medical oncologists, surgeons, radiation oncologists, trial coordinators, scientists in the lab as well. But for me, the largest component that makes it successful is the patients, the people of Hunter, New England, who rarely say no to participating in our research, and we couldn't do it without them.